And then I was thinking back, I'm like, all right, I've seen Shalane lose a couple races here and there, but it seems like whenever there's a U.S. championship on the line, you've always been ready. Even for NCAA for the most part, Why is that? Why are you always prepared when you need to be? It's kind of a skill, not everyone can do that.
Yeah, Jerry calls me a gamer. I have a certain level that I can execute in practice and know generally what shape I'm in, but when you put a uniform on me and spikes or flats, it's like a transformation. I mentally just notch up everything another level. I'm just highly competitive, and I'm able to push through a lot of physical barriers sometimes, just because, the disappointment and the pain is just worth it to me. The momentary pain is completely worth it. So I just feel like, it's more like mentally being ready to execute. So
do you feel that rush in there, or does it just happen?
It's more natural than anything. But yeah, it's just over the years, I know that whenever I go to race, there's going to be another level that I can pull out of myself than practice. Practice is just, I do what I need to do, but when I go to race, it's just different. I just have another level in me that I can pull out. So
what are the biggest worries or doubts? You know when you have that level, but is there anything that sometimes you're like,
yeah, that I always worry that I'm going to give into the pain, that I'm not going to be able to get past it and get over it and talk myself through it, because it takes some talking to commit to. Anytime, like in a marathon, you're running a certain pace and all of a sudden a change of pace happens and it feels miserable. It's just like, I really don't want to do this right now, and it's convincing yourself that it's okay and that it's momentary and that it will subside and you will get through it, but it's just convincing yourself that you can get over that hump. And there's inevitable times in a marathon specifically that you have so many ups and downs that there's always some self-doubt, and I think it's just all giving into that self-doubt is, I think, the hardest. I'm always afraid, I hope I don't cave when it really counts. So
if other than the finish line, when you're experiencing that pain in a marathon, where would you be comfortable feeling it and knowing you could get through it?
I think anything from 18 on. If it starts earlier, that's kind of scary, especially in a marathon. It's just, there's a lot of running ahead of you. So I think also, New York, I felt amazing the whole way, and so I've been trying to tell myself it's not going to feel amazing. Like, I have to remind myself, because I felt really good in New York, and that wasn't a real marathon. This is going to be much harder. There's going to be a lot more gut checks. And
why do you say that? Why wasn't it real?
Well, it was real, but I didn't really ever have to really dig deep until those last 6 miles. I didn't have to do something special until those last 6 miles. I literally was just a robot out there, and I was callous and conditioned to handle a much faster pace, so it felt really pleasant. Felt like a nice run until those last 6 miles. So having a gut check earlier, if it's like within the first 13 miles, it's just a lot of running to be done. So I think that's what makes me nervous, is having one of those moments where you're like, oh my gosh, this is hurting way sooner than I want it to and need it to. I think that's a fear of mine. But you just have to know your body, and hopefully I've done enough in practice that I can evaluate where's the red line, where's too far, and how do I deal with it. So.